What's going on, Diablo 2 fans? Today we are going to talk about the new 2.6 patch that is going to be coming out with the new ladder that is supposed to be released mid-February. The PTR is out now, so we get to test it. Let's go over what this patch is, what it includes. We'll go over how to get into the PTR if you want to test some things out. And at the end, we'll do a little bit of gameplay, and I'll give you my personal opinion on it. Let's jump right into it.
11.
All right, so let's take a quick peek at the actual Blizzard post of the PTR and patch notes. We have 8 new rune words. We have a good 6 of them are pretty much the same. You just replace one rune, it seems. They all mid to low runes, I would say, and that rune that you replace it with changes like one aspect of it. So, you know, an ort will be lightning absorb, lightning resist. I'm sure you guys have seen these already. If not, there's a lightning, a poison, you know, a cold, a fire, what did I miss? Anyway, and a physical, right? The physical one seems to have a little bit extra by having the damage reduction, physical damage reduction by 10 to 15%, as well as it has life leech. Everything else pretty much has the same stats as far as faster hit recovery, vitality, maximum life. This one, though, has replenished life. So this bulwark one, out of all 5 of these, seems to be the most different, and seems to be pretty powerful for a mid-tier helmet. I'll give it that. Besides that, we have hustle, faster run walk, attack speed, faster recovery for pretty cheap, pretty mid-tier rune words. That can be an armor or a weapon. Let's see, how much ED do we get? The 130 to 150, that is not a lot. That is not going to compete with anything close to endgame. I don't even know if it's going to be able to do a lot of hell, but you know what? We'll opinions for later. Okay. Burst of speed on strike, and that's pretty cool. Like I said, this can be put in armor as well. Do we get burst of speed on the armor? No, we do not. We get burst of speed only on the weapon. Interesting. We have mosaic, which is a claw. Finishing moves, not to consume charges. This is something that this is an affix that has never been implemented before. I love seeing new affixes. I wish they did more new affixes. We'll talk about that more later. Need 250 ED, not bad. That's pretty high up there. What are we using this? Gull rune, so very low high rune, you know, I don't know, or a high low rune or high mid rune, I guess. Anyways, bonus to attack ring, love to see it. Attack speed 20%, not great, but not horrible. We also have, and that has to be in a claw. We have metamorphosis. This one's interesting. This goes in a helmet for a preferably obviously a druid. Werewolf strikes grant mark. If you're in a wolf, it will give you 20 attack rating and maximum life 40%. If you're in a bear, the mark will give you attack speed, crushing blow, and physical damage reduction. +5 to shape-shifting skills is a good amount. That will stack if the gray item itself has +2 skills on it, so it might have +2 to fury, or something, +3 to fury, +3 to werewolf, something like that on a helm, on a white or a gray helm. That's 3-socketed, and then you put this in there, and now you have all those skills, which is pretty cool. A little bit of enhanced defense, a little bit of strength, a little bit of vitality, 10 all res, cannot be frozen is very nice for the melee characters. Love to see it. Also a new thing, Mark of the Wolf, or marks in general, very cool. Love to see more new affixes. Love to see a lot more of them, even if it's the same ones on other things, so that we can stack them. That'd be pretty cool, but save that for later. PTR is up. How to participate? All you gotta do is open up your launcher. There's a little cog button next to the play button in your Blizzard launcher. You click on that and you can switch it to PTR, and then you probably have to do a download and then play that, and that's it. Let's get into the gameplay. I swear I read somewhere, and then I have this here, which kind of makes it a lot more, and I'll put this link in down below. It makes it a lot more organized. I feel that way, you know what I mean? You know, we have the hustle rune word is being added as early mobility option, providing increase in movement speed without the teleport aspect of Enigma rune word. I mean, without teleport. I mean, teleport staff. Compared to a teleport staff, don't compare it to Enigma. Enigma is, you know, 20 tiers higher than anything that even exists in the game, right? So I wouldn't, you know, compared to a teleport staff, I don't know why we're even using the word enigma here, because it's not, you know, oh, it's a placeholder for enigma, not even close to anything like that. Let's see, metamorphosis and a bunch of game shapeshifter. Compete with items like Jalal's main, sure. Okay, let's get testing. And I swear I read somewhere that that the, how do I want to say this? That they were doing more than just Runewords, and there's more, but all we have for this PTR is Runewords. I don't know if they're going to do class updates. They did do class updates after the PTR last season, so I assume maybe they'll do something as well. But let's take a look. I don't think we're going to test any of those stupid helmets out. I mean, they are what they are, right? I mean, you're going to use them for a day, you know? You're going to use them for a day, get your shackle or whatever, and move the fuck on. Right? So we'll just not worry about those. Also, those characters aren't even in hell, so it is meant for Nightmare. I mean, if you're, we're not stopping a Nightmare to farm any of those Runewords for any reason. My settings are messed up. It's all tiny font. I like big font because I'm an old man. I like to read. All right, so we have Metamorphosis on, right? And this is actually, I'm actually okay with this build. This is generally how I would build a Druid for the most part. I would probably use Phoenix instead of Storm Shield, but good, whatever, good enough, right? We actually have Annie's and stuff. Very cool. What's our res at? Not amazing, but not horrible. So, I mean, I'll show you. All right. So this. What is this? Which one is this? Oak? No, we don't want oak. What level is this? Whatever. And we need. We do wolf because who does bear, right? I think nobody. So here we are. The only issue I have is these marks, this mark of the whatever that is supposed to apply. How do I know it applied? You know what I mean? I don't know it applied. I don't have any kind of buff thing, and there's no kind of visual aspect. Do you guys see it? You're supposed to do both buffs? What both buffs? What do you mean? Wait, is it a buff that I took? No, it's chance on hit that you get it. Right? Werewolf strikes, grant. Yeah, chance on hit. But you mean go in bear form as well? Is what you mean? Yeah, I can do that. I mean, it's cool that they're adding new things. I don't like that 5 of the rune words are technically, I mean, we're adding new runes. Well, 5 of them are the same, pretty much, right? So it's really 3 new rune words. And, you know, I mean, you can see right here where the melee builds fall. These things are spitting out more dudes. And I'm just hitting things one at a time. Sure, I'm smacking really fast, but I'm only hitting things one at a time. And when they're summoning extra minions, we're just sitting here feeling dumb, right? It just doesn't feel good, you know? So, I mean, it's not like it's fixed melee or anything. Sure, they tried, but, you know. I mean, it's gotta be Splash. It's gotta be. That's the only way to do it. There's no other way. And I don't know if it's a pride thing because other modded versions have done Splash, like, and you just don't want to copy them or whatever, but I mean, you know, that stuff came out when there was no, I mean, you know, Blizzard North went down in 2005. That was the last time we got new stuff, was Ubers in 2005, right? And that was the last change in the game. You know, there's been no anything since as far as updates. Because they just didn't, the team didn't exist to do it. So, you know, there's no shame in making up for lost time and doing stuff that somebody else did because they did it while there was no team to update the game. You know, just go put splash damage on. Make them great, you know? But obviously we're indestructible with this build. You know, it's pretty easy peasy. Things die fast enough. You know, casters are still faster, right? And this is pretty decent gear. I mean, you can probably tweak things to get a little bit better, but it's pretty decent. And you know, breakpoints and things like that, attack speed breakpoints, I'm sure we can look into if we really wanted to min-max it, but in a quick overlook, sure, it's fine. But, you know, now we're getting in the nitty-gritty of things. It's not enough, man. It's not enough. You know, they had 6 months to do this, and they gave us 3 Runewords. And technically, you know, 5 of them are all the same, and those 5... was them all? And those 5 that are all the same, let's be honest, they're meant for speedrunners. You know what I mean? Now speedrunners have something to go for when they speedrun the game. And that's it. You know? I think, remember patch 1.08? All the uniques got reworked in 1.09? And, you know, they need to do another one of those. You know, I know it's a lot of work, and I know it's going to take a lot of time and balance and whatnot, but it needs to happen. There's so many useless uniques, and now they're starting to add new stuff like, you know, marks, werewolf strikes grant marks, you know, and the assassin thing, which we'll go check out next. You know, put that stuff on some uniques and stuff so that we can start stacking it and really get some pretty unique builds out of these, because just one instance of having that ability isn't enough, you know? It's not enough. You know, and you know, there's other issues too, and we'll make, I think we're gonna have to make a series on like how to fix D2, man, because there's issues with botting, there's issues with items losing the economy, just items losing their value after just only a few weeks, which botting plays a part in as well. Yeah, I think we need to do a series and just start picking apart little pieces at a time. I'd love to kill Diablo with this, but I mean, you see it. You just kill stuff. It's whatever. It feels the same, honestly. It's not that much of a difference. I mean, sure, we have a little bit more attack rating. We don't, you know, I think we had an insight merc, you know, instead of having to use something that gives us an attack rating aura. That's what it feels like. We just have that merc with the attack rating aura, so we saved an item slot, you know, by doing that build. This one, right? Level 60. In hell. Mosaic. We get 2 of them. So we can stack them. So does this stack to 50% chance for finishing moves, not to consume charge? I don't usually play this type of build, chat, I'm gonna be honest with you. Charge up scale. What's my res at? Oof. Guess we're using that. Finishing strike. Give me not Phoenix Strike. Give me where's it at? This one. Here we go. So I guess the only thing we're testing here is the fact that there's a chance that we're not going to consume our charges, which we have to look at our character, our tiny little character in the middle of the screen, and count the amount of rings going around her, the amount of balls going around. There's 1, 2, 3, and then we use our finishing move. Oh, it didn't consume it. They're still there. So do I just spam it until it goes away? Is that like the best way to do this? Probably. Yeah. Oh. I mean, it actually feels a lot better, honestly, being able to just kind of like spam it, but I wish you could see the buff on a counter. You know, just a quality of life thing. We're getting, oh. Yeah, I guess the way to do it is to spam it until it goes away, but like I can't see it once I spam it. You know what I mean? You can kind of spam it pretty good, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Unfortunately, these things don't do any damage, you know? Right? I don't know what the... They just don't do any damage. And that's the only way we're gonna get our damage, is through things like that. I mean, I guess... I mean, we're gonna use both of these so we can spam our finishing moves. We're not gonna be able to use Phoenix to get ED. We're not gonna be able to use... I don't know, Plague. Or a rare weapon, right? A very nice rare weapon. So, I'm not sure how viable it is. It's a cool weapon, but, you know, being able to spam your finishing moves is pretty cool. And I like that, because that kind of finds that middle ground between where it used to be, where you could spam as much as you wanted, and having to be able to gear in order to spam them, which I like. And also the gear on this character sucks. I mean, we could have done... I should transfer the Druid gear over to her, but we'll save that for another day. Anyways, guys, that is the patch. In a nutshell, I hope there's some balance updates. I hope they do something with... I mean, they need to change Cold Mastery and all the masteries to do -% negative 1% per level in the Cold Mastery, and then add flat damage, including Cold Mastery. They're all the same like that. That's the way to do it, and that's what they need to do. And hopefully they have some more balance updates coming as well. But as far as the PTR, I mean, I don't know what we're testing here. Like, what are we testing? Does it work or not? Sure. Like, I mean, I can't do anything extravagant with the builds when it's just one item and one new affix, you know, one new affix. I don't understand what the point of the PTR is. Anyways, yeah. Like, subscribe, follow for more content. I appreciate y'all watching the videos. It means more than you could possibly imagine, and I will catch y'all in the next one. See you in hell. Much love. Peace, peace.